Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Metal Gear Solid 5 S-Rank walkthrough. This is episode 26, it is called Hunting Down, and once again we have Quiet doing her thing when we really should be on the D-Horse. And if this isn't my first video that you're watching, and you're wondering why I haven't picked the horse, it's basically because I'm trying to build my bond with Quiet, because a lot of strategies I wanted to use implemented it. However, I had to rethink a lot of them, and what you're watching is pretty much a lot of the strategies that ended up turning up. But as I've reiterated a few times throughout this project, Metal Gear Solid 5 is at its strongest when all the divergent paths are happening and all the emergent gameplay is taking place. Everybody's going to have slightly different strategies, everybody's going to have slightly different experiences, and it's one of the great things about this game. I've seen a lot of criticism so far of Metal Gear, about it being boring, about it all being the same, you know, about it being... Somebody said it was fun to play but not fun to watch, and I disagree with that. Obviously it's all opinion at the end of the day when you make such a sweeping statement, but I think this game can be really fun to watch when you know what's happening and when you have an investment in what's happening. And for instance, if you have a really good strategy on a level such as this, and then you go and watch someone else's strategy, they might do it completely differently, and a part of what they've done will really inspire you to want to affect your own gameplay and change it in ways, or maybe they'll have done something you didn't think of that triggers your brain to think of something differently. And it all comes together to coalesce into this community of players coming together and really exploring what can be done in these games. And so far I haven't really had too much time to, you know, like read too much and watch too much, but just the own strategies that I've been coming up with and how they've warped my perceptions. I think that this game can be a really, really fun thing to watch when you're invested. And I think a lot of people that are pushing that opinion forward are perhaps people that haven't played the game or don't really have much interest in, you know, that kind of side of it, that gameplay, you know, performance side. But something worth mentioning here, the very tail end of this convoy of people is a sniper, and you cannot hold him up because he will resist you and it counts as an alert. So at this moment in time, I do not think I know of a way to get a no trace bonus here, because holding this dude up doesn't work. If you could hold him up, you could systematically hold them all up, and then hold up both of the final ones together, and then Fulton everybody, and that would be a perfect no-trace S-rank. Outside of the score, which wouldn't be perfect, because there's no such thing just yet. But this guy will not let you do it. So you'll notice, I'm getting close to them, but I'm going to end up tranking. And I didn't want to, but it's just the way that it ended up going. So this is a perfect example. When you go to the command list, if there isn't an option to tell him to get down, he's going to counter you. And the moment he does, it triggers an alert. Or it triggers an alerted presence. And I've kept it in to show you it. Just trank him if you want to do this better. But you'll notice it makes the rest of the guys a little bit curious as to what's happening. And somebody starts coming towards me. So this works in two ways now. This is one of those emergent gameplay moments where this won't happen if you just trank them all without them realising. And if you have a sniper rifle with a suppressor on that can trank people, you can do this at a comfortable distance. You don't even have to get as close. But I'm going to be doing some sneaking to get around this dude, and then I'm going to trank him as well. And it's just a chain of tranking. So this guy can go down. And when he goes into this state like this, I'm pretty much certain you can get away with doing anything and he won't get back up, because I've had people laid down for a very long time and it seems to be an incredibly powerful position to have them in. But I Fulton them away, and then I start moving this way towards their friends. You're going to get a checkpoint just there afterwards, so don't worry too much about these next few shots. You can do this as many times as you want if you're just going for the straight up S rank. For those perfectionists that are going for the no retry bonus, then your shots might have to be spot on here. But one of the issues I have is on this current game I have a level 3 pistol. On my main file I've got like a level 5 pistol, and the distance that the bullets go is pretty noticeable when it comes to accommodating for the distance of your shot. And this all comes back to that mentality of the old school Metal Gear games where I liked endless range. I understand bullet drop is an interesting mechanic and it sometimes really benefits gameplay, but as far as Metal Gear Solid is concerned, I don't really need that. I liked it the way it was. And if you watch my Ground Zeroes walkthrough that I made, that was one of my big criticisms with that game. Like, you put your aimer on people's heads and it doesn't instantly take them down, because the way the gun works is different to the older games. And I know there's a lot of people that like that, but I'm one of those people that doesn't. But trank them away, I say trank them away, Fulton them off, then get on D-Horse and sprint towards the exfil site. I'm going to probably be calling a helicopter, because it's quicker to get back to the ACC. But a good tip here, folks, if you get sick of waiting for the chopper, and pretty much waiting in general when this game is concerned, is as soon as you finish the mission, when you run outside of the exfil zone and it spawns you in the open world session, just press back and quit to the ACC. It says you're going to lose saved progress, but your mission just saved, so you don't actually lose anything. But there you go, folks. There is the hunting down. There's the S rank. Thank you very much for watching. You take care now.